For today's episode, we are going to dig the progress of 21st century literature genres with the contribution of North America. This is your Teacher L. These are the types of 21st literary genres that we are going to tackle today. These are speculative fiction, graphic novel, young adult fiction, chicklet, hypertext links, microblogging, fan fiction, and Wattpad. Let's start with speculative fiction, which was first observed and coined by American fictionist Robert Heinlein. He helped raise the genre standard of literary quality. Don't forget the name Robert Heinlein. Speculative fiction is a fiction in which the author speculates or assumes upon the results of changing what's real or possible, not how a character would react to a certain event. This could be science fiction, fantasy, or horror. Let's talk about the origin of graphic novels. An American cartoonist, Will Eisner, formally introduced this graphic novel as a comic genre in 1964. Cartoonist Will Eisner is the father of graphic novels. A graphic novel is a novel in comic strip format. It's a book format in which a narrative conveyed with sequential art. It's a book written and illustrated in the style of a comic book. Next, let's have young adult fiction. Young adult fiction is also known as young adult literature, which started in 1960s. This type of genres became famous due to the publication of the coming-of-age novel. And this lady, Susan Eloise Hinton, became the face of young adult fiction because of her famous novel entitled The Outsiders. Young adult fiction is a category of fiction written for readers from 12 to 18 years of age. These genres are expansive and include most of those found in adult fiction. The common themes include friendship, first love, relationships, and identity. The fourth is chicklet. Chicklet is a genre of fiction concentrating on young women and their emotional lives. This is an American original fiction genre that tackles the issue of modern literary genres. Because we are now in the age of information, the exploration of digital technology is presenting literature in different hypertext literature. And this Eastgate Systems is known as a publisher and software company in Massachusetts. This is the pioneer of hypertext literature. When you're facing your computer and when you're online and you can see jump to search, that is an example of hypertext links. Hypertext links are genres of electronic literature that provide a new context for nonlinearity in literature and reader interaction. The reader typically chooses links to move from one node of text to the next and arranges a story from a deeper pool of potential stories. Its spirit can also be seen in interactive fiction. Hypertext links are interactive systems in which text, graphics, and pictures can be linked to each other through a network of nodes. Next is microblogging. Microblogging was introduced by a student in Swarthmore College in Philadelphia. In 1994, Justin Hall started Personal Microblog. Microblog is an online diary that serves as a personal journal, which is made accessible for public reading. When it comes to microblogging, don't forget the name Justin Hall. Microblogging is to post very short entries as a brief update or a photo on a blog social networking website. How would you distinguish a microblog from a blog? When it comes to microblog, its file size is smaller. The characters are not more than 200. This is also known as microposts or status updates sent online provided by a social network like Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Let's talk about the contribution of the US when it comes to fan fiction. Fan fiction originated in the US, and this is because of Sing Lee, who is a computer programmer from Los Angeles. Sing Lee created automated fan fiction site in 1998. Fan fiction is a fiction about characters or settings from an original work of fiction created by fans of that work rather than by its creator. The fans may maintain the creator's characters and settings or add their own. That is the fan fiction. And last but not the least is Wattpad, which made possible because of the collaboration between Canadian developers Alan Lowy and Ivan Nguyen since 2006. Wattpad is an internet community for readers and writers to publish new user-generated stories in different genres, including classics, general fiction, historical fiction, non-fiction, poetry, fan fiction, spiritual humor, and teen fiction. This Wattpad aims to create social communities around stories for both amateur and established writers. These types of 21st century literary genres were perfected and originated in US and Canada. US and Canada belong to North American literature. Let's always remember their contribution to the 21st century literature. Thanks for being with Teacher L in this episode of 21st Century Literary Genres. Don't forget to click like, share, comment, and press the notification bell for you to be updated of my lessons. Thank you for watching.